Okay. How's the lighting? Is it good? Do I care? Okay. You guys know that I only tend to show my face when it is a important occasion. An important occasion hasn't happened yet. Well, for the others. This is a important occasion for my career. I say that, but you'll see what I mean. So, most of you have come from Blackscape's channel. Most of you from the Dragon that watched all my Dragon Ball stuff. You guys come from Blackscape's channel. I know that. So, since you are subscribed to Blackscape, that means you like fan mangas. Well, I am here to announce that over a year in development, which is kind of crazy when I start to think about it, that's going to show up in the thing. Over a year in development, my own fan manga is in development. Now, this hasn't been too big of a secret, because if you're following me on Twitter, I've been posting concept art about it. If you were on the Blackscape server back when that was around, then I posted the concept art there too, and I posted the concept art on Apotheosis' Discord. So if you're on either of those, and if you follow me on Twitter, then you will have seen the concept art. But if you haven't, I will be showing it to you all now. I want to say that I am not drawing these amazing, immaculate concept arts. I'm not drawing this manga either. The manga is being drawn by a good friend of mine named Sloth Slushy. He does not have a Twitter, but he has an Instagram. I'll be putting his Instagram in the description below. So I will be writing it, of course, and he will be drawing it. Now, the title of this fan manga. The title of this fan manga is Dragon Ball Remnant. Now, let me tell you the plot, well, the loose plot and the inspiration behind it. Mainly the inspiration first, because the first thing you're all thinking is, what the heck does Ruby and Dragon Ball have in common with each other? Not much at all. But the inspiration behind this manga started with me doing some looking around on the internet, like you tend to do, and stumbling upon some, let's just say, less than educated people who believed that Ruby characters were on par or even above the power levels of Dragon Ball. Yeah, let that sink into yourselves really quick. There are people who unironically think that Ruby characters could kick Ultra Instinct Goku's ass. Let that wash over you, because it took me a little bit to get used to. And it was actually also the inspiration behind the Trifecta podcast, with our first episode being on how Ruby is weak and comparing it to other animes. Now, with that out of the way, I'm going to give a loose plot, because I don't want to give away too much. So, the loose plot is, after Goku defeats Frieza on Namek, he hops on the Ginyu pod, and instead of going to Yardrat, the autopilot takes him to Remnant. So that means that the Ginyu Force was actually en route to Planet Remnant before being directed to Namek by Frieza. So Goku heads to Remnant, and he gets rehabilitated. His pod gets sent to Atlas, because of course it does. So he's stuck there temporarily. And that is all the information I'm going to give. I'm really forcing myself not to say more, because I'm really excited about this project. So that's the loose plot. It will cover Ruby Volumes 2 and 3. So if you haven't... if you want a, how do I say this, a better understanding of the story, and you haven't watched RWBY, then and you're interested in reading my manga, or I hope to God that Blackscape covers my manga, then I would go recommend you watch Volume 1 of RWBY. That'll provide you with a little bit more background. Now, you don't need to watch Volume 1 to understand it, because I'm gonna explain everything as it needs to be explained in my manga. So you don't need to, but it certainly helps to watch Volume 1. I know most of you aren't gonna, so I am taking that into consideration when writing this manga. This is going to be told through the POV of Goku, not like first person, but you know, it's going to be his story. What it would be like if he was on Remnant during Volumes 2 and 3. Now, even if you go and watch Volume 1, congratulations, good on you. You probably like the show, I hope. But if you do watch it and you want to continue through Volumes 2 to 3 and so on and so forth, you can. It'll be a little bit less, how do I say this? It'll be a little less climactic for you, but for those of you that have watched Volumes 2 and 3 and all of RWBY, because I know you guys are on here, on this channel, and if you are still interested in reading my manga, and think it's just going to be a rehash of 2 and 3, just with Goku chilling in the background and throwing ki blasts, no. Key events are going to be changed in both Volumes 2 and 3 because of Goku's presence. I am not going to say what events, I'm not going to say how they're changed. So even if you want to go and spoil something when it gets released to Blackscape or whoever in the comments, joke's on you, because it might not happen. So you're just gonna have to wait and see what the changes are gonna be made to my manga. So that was basically some of the announcements. Also, I might as well shoehorn this in here while we're talking about this. The Trifecta podcasts, they're not away. They're not disbanded. It's not disbanded. It's still gonna happen. We all know that the world is in a standstill right now. So there's not much happening in the world. So there's not much to cover. That could be a whole podcast in itself. And I'm sure you could tell that while it was going, we were trying to do that weekly format. It was going downhill very fast. So we decided to take some steps back and cover stuff we want to cover when we want to cover it. So once things start happening again, then we'll be able to do podcasts again. I might do a podcast on my manga or stuff like that in general, but we have to wait a while. The production is just now starting. This whole time has been spent in pre-production, like getting the loose story, getting the concept art done, so on and so forth. As of when this video is coming out, Chapter 1 is now officially in production. I am so excited. It might be a while before Chapter 1 sees the light of day. Most of you might not even remember this video existing by the time that happens. But it will happen. It absolutely will happen. I promise that on my career that it will happen. That is a bold claim that I am making. But the reason that it took so long just for pre-production and concept art really came down to real-world scheduling. Because during that whole time, my artist, Sloth, he was still in college, still in school, but as of right now, when we are in production, he has graduated. Congratulations. Congratulations on your graduation. So he now doesn't have anything bothering him besides when he gets a job. And I don't intend to take that away from him, because he's a person. He deserves to have his own life. This is my project after all. And he is gracious enough to help me along with it, and I couldn't be more thankful. But yeah, this video has gone a lot longer than I thought it would, but that was my announcement. I really hope you guys enjoy the manga when it comes out. And I hope you guys go and follow me on Twitter, because that's where the manga will be posted. Because there's no website for that, and I'm not going to do a video just page by page by page. That's what Blackscape's going to do, hopefully. But the manga will be posted on my Twitter. It will also probably be posted on Sloth Slushy's Instagram. So if you want to go follow him on Instagram, please do. He's an amazing artist. He's good people. He deserves some more recognition than what he has. So anyway, guys, that is the out of nowhere announcement video out of the way. We are going to be back to regularly scheduled AMVs shortly.